Good afternoon, everybody. To be frank, it's not easy to stand up here, to stand on this podium, because at least 3 reasons. The first reason, actually, as a Minister of National Development Planning, it's not my job and not my it's not my job to stay here, because at least 3 ministers should be here before me. The first is Minister of Agriculture. The second is Minister Fisheries and Maritime. The third is Minister of Forestry. And the last but not least is Minister Coordinator of Food. So I'm actually in the fourth. So the second is so many jobs for Minister of Planning to do. And the agriculture is still one of the most important things. But again, there is 3 ministers more relevant than me to stay and to stand here. And the last but not least, to make a speech in the front of the former professor is not easy. Professor Saragi is my professor when I was a student. So even though I'm now professor, but there is no former professor, only former student, and I'm one of his former students, and he's still my professor forever. Anyway, I'm here, and then I have to make a speech. So if I make a mistake, so please ask my professor. So don't tell the president, don't tell President Prabowo, tell Professor Saragi, because he teach me and I don't. Okay, so let me continue. Yang saya hormati Pak Bungaran Saragi, Minister of Agriculture and Forestry 2000-2004, and during at that time, I was one of his assistant, so I know a little bit about his dream and also his thinking. Bapak Andi Zain, Chairman of Foundry Collective, Mr. Einar Sulte, Group Multicom Brazil, foreign investor, including representative from IFC, DEG, and Rabo Foundation, and all investment guests from over the world. So if we talk about agriculture, especially of Indonesian agriculture, please not only talk about the agriculture of now, agriculture 1 decade, 2 decades, even 5 decades ago, but also please learn about Indonesian agriculture 1 century, 2 centuries, 3 centuries ago, so that we can remember that Indonesia at that time always number 1. We have to learn about this. We have to learn Indonesian history of agriculture. We have to learn why 100 years ago we are number 1. Why 200 years ago Indonesian agriculture can build one of modern country in Europe, can build their irrigation, can build their road, even can build their industry. Why? Now we are falling behind, as Professor Saragi said before, as Pak Andi Zain said before. Why? Indonesian agriculture lag behind, falling behind. This is the homework for all the audience, especially for Indonesian, especially for Pak Andi Zain. First of all, peace and blessings be upon us all. Again, I'm honored to stand here today in front of the participants of the Indonesia Food Resilience Forum, IFRF, or Food Resilience Forum 2025 to share Indonesia's strategic plan in food security and food self-sufficient. And I would like to thank to the organizers for the opportunity to deliver this keynote speech. Ladies and gentlemen, excellencies, yes, food security is a matter of national security for all countries, including Indonesia. Therefore, I hope this forum, in addition to discussions, will result in concrete and tangible action, not only talk, but make an action. For us, for Indonesia, President Prabowo has committed to the belief that no nation is truly independent if it cannot produce its own food. Achieving food self-sufficiency is a top priority for his administration, as he recognizes food sovereignty as a fundamental aspect of national security. Ladies and gentlemen, despite Indonesia's vast agricultural potential, several challenges hinder our progress toward self-sufficiency. Yes, as Pak Andi said before, our farming workforce is aging, with approximately more than 40% farmers belonging to Generation X, and with age 43 until 80, and 3% being baby boomers, more than 60% and above, like me. This demographic shift creates a significant technology gap, as already Pak Andi Zain said and already Pak Bungaran said, as only about 40% of farmers utilize modern technology in their agricultural practices. Consequently, nearly 90% of our agricultural land remain unsustainable due to low productivity, excessive chemical use, and land ownership conflict. The triple planetary crisis further threatened to worsen economic losses. Climate change without effective policy intervention is projected to result in staggering economic loss of more than 500 trillion rupiah, with the agriculture sector alone facing a potential impact of 70 trillion more than we guessed before. This pressure affects around 80% districts and municipalities currently experiencing food vulnerability. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, our strategic response to challenges we face rooted in Indonesia's law on food security and the law concerning the National Long-Term Development Plan, but this is not enough. Over the next 20 years, we aim to transform the food system into an economic region of sustainable, healthy, and resilient food systems based on local resources and wisdom. This vision will be implemented through the medium-term national development planning, which focus on three key areas. The first, increasing sustainable food availability, improving food quality, security and management to address food insecurity, and the third, enhancing the added value, productivity, and governance of food system. The implementation of the strategy will be guided by the President's program outlining in Astacita, achieving food, energy, and water self-sufficiency. The food self-sufficiency program includes priority activities such as developing economic institutions for farmers, building human resource capabilities, promoting research and innovation, and modernizing and digitalizing adaptive and inclusive agriculture and fisheries. Self-sufficient strategy focuses on modernizing the agriculture sector, particularly through digitalization. This approach is supported by the following key elements: policy synergy to create an integrated digital economy, equitable access to digital infrastructure for all, improvements in inclusive digital literacy to ensure everyone can benefit from technology, intensive monitoring and support to guide the implementation process. And the next, development of integrated agriculture business models that leverage digital tools, formation of partnerships across various sectors through the supply chain, and the next, we have to add several methods to improve our agriculture system. And we realize the Indonesia Food Resilience Forum 2025 is crucial as it directly addresses four key urgent issues. The first is the large number of smallholder farmers and the productivity gap, as already mentioned many times, the rapid growth yet uneven adoption of agri-tech, the need for strategic support and policy alignment, and the last, the increasing pressure of climate resilience and sustainability. We are looking forward to the launch of white paper at this forum titled Food Resilience Through Innovation and Technology. We hope this document will provide new data and evidence to guide improvements in current food and agricultural policy related to these issues. Especially, we are interested in how Indonesia can promote technological advancement in agriculture to enhance efficiency, effectiveness, and sustainability. Throughout the entire value chain, from production to consumption, and how this advancement can mobilize resources to support sustainable business model. Excellencies and distinguished participants, the core messages of this forum: collaboration is key, as already said by Professor Saragi. Achieving sustainable food self-sufficiency requires collaboration among multiple stakeholders and commitment to resource affirmation. Multi-party collaboration must include the government, both central and regional, the private sector, academics and researchers, youth, NGO, and the media. This collaboration must ensure the effective affirmation of resources in areas such as governance, infrastructure, finance, and science technology, and also innovation. I do hope this forum can play a strategic role in connecting industry players from upstream to downstream, which is essential for achieving our shared vision of sustainable food security. As we stand at the pivotal moment with the clear challenges, an established policy framework, and a path forward focused on modernization and collaboration, let us use this forum to forge the partnerships and solutions that will enable Indonesia to become truly food self-sufficient and also independent. Together, we can achieve the Indonesia Mas or Golden Indonesia vision, creating a united, sovereign, advanced, and sustainable Indonesia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Rachmat Pambudy, for those inspiring remarks.